Hey, what's up? This is Sully from Godsmack. Strap on those boots, baby, because you are now in the trenches of the war room with the one and only Mistress Carrie right here on the Mistress Carrie podcast.
What's up? This is Joe Rogan, and you're listening to Mistress Carrie.
Her hair so lovely, pretty eyes.
Hey, this is Brent from Shinedown, and you're listening to Mistress Carrie. Hey, Carrie, go put your bra on, girl.
Hey, this is Steven Tyler, and you be listening to the baddest bitch in Boston, Mistress Carrie.
What's up? This is Aaron from Stain, and you're listening to Mistress Carrie.
Hi, everybody. This is Dave Grohl from the Foo Fighters, and you're listening to the one, the only Mistress Carrie.
Hey, this is David from the band Disturbed, and you're listening to the baddest bitch in Boston, Mistress Carrie.
Hi, Bruce Dickinson here from Iron Maiden. Yes, indeed, Miss Whiplash herself, Mistress Carrie, is here to unchain your brain.
Hi, this is Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. You're listening to Mistress Carrie.
This is Dennis Leary. You are listening to my favorite, Mistress Carrie.
Hey, this is Corey from Stone Sour, and you have the privilege of listening to Mistress Carrie.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah.
Hey, it's Mistress Carrie, reporting for duty from MCHQ for this bonus episode of the Mistress Carrie podcast. New full-length episodes of the podcast come out every Wednesday, but every once in a while, we release a bonus episode. Amanda and Dan from Veterans Inc. in Worcester, Mass. checked in on the show to talk about their 2025 Stand Down event that's happening Friday, June 13th. It's a free event open to all veterans of all branches and all eras and their families. It's the largest veteran-focused resource fair in central Massachusetts, providing free items like clothing, food, refreshments, personal care items, and free services like career fairs, employment and training services, health and wellness services, housing resources, legal services, benefits counseling services, and counseling and substance abuse referrals. What's up, Amanda and Dan? Thanks for hanging out with me today.
Of course. Thanks for your time.
It's good to see you.
Of course, you too. It's been too long.
You guys are always busy, but I feel like this time of year, you're the busiest at Veterans Inc. with everything that you got going on.
It's one of our busiest times. So just next week, next Friday, June 13th, we are thrilled to be hosting our largest veteran-focused resource fair here in Massachusetts. So it's going to be happening at our historic armory, 69 Grove Street, Worcester, Mass, from 9 to 3. And this event is really intended for veterans and their families. But yeah, we are about to serve over 600 veterans in just one day at this event.
I've been to the Stand Down with Veterans Inc. before, and I was always amazed at how it's kind of like a one-stop shop, that there are just all of these stations so that a veteran can kind of walk through and get access to all different kinds of resources. So can you run down some of the stuff that veterans can get information on, treatment on, just what's available?
Yeah, of course. So through the Stand Down initiative, we will be connecting veterans with assistance programs, resources that they need to live healthy, fulfilling lifestyles. So this really supports veterans, all veterans, no matter what age you are, where you are in your life, where you are in your journey. We have resources here for you, no matter where you are. So over 180 service providers and employers will be here from all walks of life, from the private sector to the public sector. We have, out of those 180, 61 of them are employers that are going to be on site ready to hire veterans. So it's one of our largest events, and it's nearly doubled from last year as well. We have whether you're looking for the right job, maybe a career change, housing support, healthcare support, looking to just get connected with your benefits or eligibility of your VA benefits. This event really is the one-stop shop for veteran services. Again, no matter where you are along the journey.
I feel like post 9/11 veterans are a little bit more likely to be connected to resources because the information is so much easier to get because of the internet. So for a veteran that's pre 9/11 that maybe didn't have all of those digital resources, Can you speak to those veterans about how they can still, and they are in fact eligible for a lot of things that they might not even know they're eligible for?
Sure, I can go over that a little bit. One thing I would like to say is a lot of those veterans don't think they're eligible because they weren't overseas or they didn't see combat. They need to come on down. On June 13th, come on down and talk to one of our representatives. Everybody's eligible for some type of services depending on what they're looking for. And we want to talk to them. You might be eligible for VA disability services. You may be eligible for Chapter 115. You may be eligible for employment services. We help the 85-year-old veteran find employment services. If you're looking for assistance, we're going to help you out. And that's the one thing I want to tell all those service members are, if you want help, we'll give it to you. We just need to know you want that help. And that drives me nuts when they think that they don't qualify for services or somebody else is better off than them. You put the uniform on, you deserve everything that is out there for you.
I have noticed that there are veterans that don't want to take resources because they are in fear that they are taking resources from another more deserving veteran. And that's just false.
Correct.
Exactly. We're encouraging folks to come and explore the providers and the resources available to them. If we hear this all the time. A veteran will say, "Oh, there's another veteran out there. They're more deserving. Save those resources for them." Well, if no one's coming and getting those resources, then you're telling the state and federal levels that there's not a need, and that's just not true, right? We're seeing a significant increase in the need for behavioral health services, housing assistance, employment support. The mental health challenges are on the rise, substance abuse. And so we're seeing these even post 9/11 veterans and more women and female veterans seeking services and seeking help. And it's okay to ask for help, but we often see, veterans and their families not wanting to ask for help. It's uncomfortable to ask for help. But that's why we're here. You can come to the event. You don't actually have to ask for help that day, but just come and explore and see what kind of resources are out there. Get connected with one of our Veterans Inc. program tables. And we have plenty of staff that would, walk around with you as well and introduce you to folks and work with you to get your resume up and ready to go to the employment tent and sit down and do a live interview there. They are ready to hire veterans on site. And so we're encouraging folks to head to the website, pre-register today, and come and explore and see what kind of providers and resources and employers are available, ready to support veterans and their families. So this event is free. It's free. The realest definition of free. It's no cost to a veteran to walk into this event.
As a military spouse and a new veteran's spouse, because my husband just retired after 28 years of active duty, more likely than not, the people that are listening right now are not veterans. They're the loved ones of veterans. And I know from all the work that I've done in the veteran community that it's always the loved ones that spot a need first, that may notice a behavioral change, that are the ones that are there when employment goes away. And so when you're speaking to the dependents, when you're speaking to the loved ones, the spouses, the kids, what do you want to say to them to get them to come to stand down? Because sometimes they're the ones that really recognize the need before anyone else.
This year, we're going to have a family oriented. So you have bouncy houses, you have sumo wrestling now. And we want them to tell them, bring the kids, bring the family, come on down, check it out. We have a live band this year. So it's not going to be just a resource fair. It's bring the whole family on down and make it more comfortable for that individual. We know they see things before we do. We know if there's a crack of lightning, if there's a big crowd, why they don't want to go out there. The dependents know best. They know better than the veteran themselves. And let them know, come talk to any one of our staff and just talk to them. We can give our cards and information to the spouse and we can talk to them offline. It's not a problem at all, because sometimes that's what happens. We talk to the spouse and family members and they have questions. Why are they acting like this? So how can I get them these type of services? And we can help out. This is a non-stressful environment, and we're not going to, it's not like a high stakes sales that we're going to say, hey, you have to come do this. Come on down, just see what's out there, what we can do to help out. As Amanda said, we have 61 employers looking to hire veterans. And because of what's going on in the world right now, we know that there's a lot of people looking for work. And these employers are looking to hire these veterans for them and their family members too. So we told them they're going to have a lot of family members looking for work. So if the family member wants to look for work, we can assist with that also.
And we'll have providers there that are there to support not only the veterans, the active duty, military folks, but also the family members. So we have, we have the Family Health Center of Worcester. We have head over to our website, veteransinc.org/events, click on that stand down button. You'll be able to see all 180 providers and employers that will be on site. But we are targeting and bringing in these providers and employers that are not only looking to support the veteran, but they're looking to support the whole veteran throughout the whole year, throughout all walks of life. So their children, their spouses, and their loved ones. So this year, like Dan was saying, we've been expanding our family and children's area. So we have a Space Force themed bounce house. We got sumo, face painting. New this year, we actually have a big stage in the center of the grass where we have the Midnight Riders doing some live music. We have Jerry Caruso, who's coming in. He's a comic for a cause. He's going to be doing a comedian skit comedy show. We have the Call of Duty mobile gaming trailer coming from 1 to 3 this year, which if you've never seen that, it's a trailer that you can see into live, big flat screens with actually like a leather couch sofa where you can actually go and sit in with fans and AC and play Call of Duty, which we work closely with our Call of Duty endowment team with our employment and training department.
And the last group of people that I want to talk to is the people that are not veterans or veterans that don't need or aren't looking for resources, but want to get involved to help veterans. So can you talk about how we can get everyone involved in supporting our veterans?
Yeah, I mean, so, for someone who might be on the fence about attending, you served your country. Let your community serve you. Whether you're looking for housing, VA benefits, or you just want to connect with fellow veterans and just come and explore that camaraderie. This stand down event is it's a welcoming place. So take that first step. There's no judgment. There's just support. We do encourage folks to pre-register. You do not have to. You can just show up. However, this is a resource fair. So how this works, Mistress Carrie, is you will pre-register, hopefully. Pre-registration will give you an incentivized, so it will give you earlier access to the surplus area. So this event spreads, it's indoor inside the historic armory, and then we close down all of Grove Street in front of the historic armory, and it spreads all throughout that grass lawn area for the entire block across from us. So outside are all the 180 providers and employers, but inside is where all of the healthcare providers will be, free haircuts, dental screenings, eye exams, acupuncture this year, our clothing, used and new clothing area for both male and women, and then also all of our surplus items. So what happens is you will go through registration, whether you're pre-registered or not. You will be given a stand-down passport. We call it a passport. It's basically your entry ticket into the event. You'll get your access number, your surplus access number. If you pre-registered, you'll have a lower and earlier access number. If you just registered that day, you'll be assigned an access number. Once you go around and visit at minimum 15 providers and employers, then you will be able to wait for your access number to get called, and you'll be able to enter into surplus. And we have so much surplus this year. We won't be running out. We have some amazing items that Dan's can share about, but we're really, really, really excited. And yeah, so head over to veteransinc.org/events, click on that stand down button and pre-register today.
Dan, do you want to talk about what's in the surplus area?
Absolutely. So for the surplus area, what we do is we get a lot of decommissioned DoD surplus. And so when a veteran comes on through, they're going to get a bag. What they're going to get is, I can pull it on out. You have a inflatable sleeping mat. You have canteens. You have mess pan. You have rucksack. You have duffel bag. You have wet weather liners. You have sleeping bag liners. You got dump pouches. You have fanny pack. You have abundance of other things on top of that. It's just, we want the veteran to come on through and get a bag full of all types of surplus they can have, whether they want to remember what they did or not. And a lot of times it's great when they get the surplus, they're like, oh, I remember these. I remember this. I remember that. Or if they want to go fishing or hunting, if they want to go camping, they can use those items as well. So we want to get surplus to the veterans and service members so that way they have something to use outside of the real world. And also, Mrs. Carrie, I want to say, have your husband come on by. He is a veteran, so we would love to have him over here also and check it out.
I do want to make sure that we're giving people an opportunity to figure out how they can support Veterans Inc. if they are not veteran connected. Just regular, everyday civilians that are hearing about this organization and really believe in the work that you're doing and want to get involved, but might not have a personal connection. How can all of us get involved to help Veterans Inc.?
Yeah, so there's plenty of ways to help. We're always looking for sponsors of events, whether it's an organization sponsor or a family sponsor. We are always doing fundraising, so any donation helps, goes right into our wraparound programming and individualized support services like housing, the employment and training, our case management, suicide prevention, our food and health areas. We offer our food pantry every first and third Thursday of the month. So we're always looking for volunteers in those areas. At these events, we do fundraising events, we do community and client-facing events like Stand Down, and we're always looking for volunteers to help out those days on the day of the event, but also in the weeks leading up to the event in preparation. So we have over 200 volunteers that will be on site the day of Stand Down to help make this event the successful event that it will be. And just this week, we've had a handful of big organizations come in to help us prepare for Stand Down, batch these surplus items, get the drill hall prepared, organize all of our clothing by new and lightly used, by size, by gender, by color, as if you're in the store.
Actually, I was going to add one other thing. If you're listening and you want to help out the veteran community, the best thing I could say is listen to a veteran. If a veteran's talking to you about experiences of what's going on, just listen to them, because you can make a difference in that veteran's life, because that 5 minutes you're listening to them can be 5 minutes you save them, and just hear them out. And if you're in a company looking to hire veterans, make sure you ask if you ever served in the military, because as Mrs. Carrie mentioned, a lot of them don't believe they're eligible for services. So we like to educate, say, did you serve in the service? And then you open that door a little bit, because I think we need to just make sure everybody understands that if you served in the military, there are a lot of services out there for you, and just listen. That's the best thing we can do. And if they need help, we're here to help them out.
Yeah, and just spread the word that Veterans Inc. is there for them. We are located in all 6 New England states, including Montana and North Dakota. So we're not only supporting veterans and their families in need, in Worcester, Mass, or even in Central Mass. We are spread throughout, and there's other ways to give back too. So it's not just financial donations, but it's physical donations, whether you're able to donate to our Dress for Success program and help veterans, get the suits and ties and the nice button downs that they need to prepare for an interview or their first day on the job. We are always in need of new female clothing and undergarments and self-care items, and even donations for family and children of veterans too. We are always looking for those types of donations and support as well.
So if people are looking for Veterans Inc. online or on social media, where can they find you?
Veteransinc.org. You can call us. We have our 1-800 line 24 it's 24/7 monitored. So you can call us 1-800-482-2565. You can follow us on social media at Veterans Inc. You can find our hashtag supporting our veterans. And we're really excited to host this event, the largest veteran-focused resource fair in Central Massachusetts. So really, no matter where you are along the journey, please pre-register, come out. We also have some financial institutions. We have some banks coming. So get some support. Apologies. We are on Grove Street here. So we get some noise from the streets here, but sorry, I lost my train.
And if you're a veteran that's planning on going to Stand Down, make sure you bring your veteran's identification and your DD-214.
Yes, we just need a proof of status. So any kind of proof of status, DD-214, VA card, anything that you have that will just show that you are a veteran or a part of the military. If that is something that you need support with, still come to Stand Down, register, and we'll get you over to one of our program tables, and we'll bring you over to the RMV or whatever provider might be there to support you, and then we'll get you your proof of status.
And also, one thing we forgot to mention is if a veteran comes, it's free food for them, free lunch at the event. So that's another thing we forgot to mention, that there is free lunch for the veteran.
We have food trucks as well, free hot dogs and hamburgers for veterans and their families. We have Say Cheese Gourmet Grilled Cheese food trucks coming. We have Miss Marconi's ice cream and the Dogfather hot dogs. All of those food trucks will be selling items to non-veterans. For those who are veterans and proof of status, you'll be able to get a free hot dog, ice cream cone, and a grilled cheese in addition to the hot dogs and hamburgers on site that day.
Well, Stand Down happening June 13th at Veterans Inc. on Grove Street in Worcester. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's Amanda and Dan from Veterans Inc. in Worcester, Massachusetts. Their annual Stand Down event is happening Friday, June 13th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Grove Street in downtown Worcester. It's a free event open to all veterans of all branches and all eras and their families. Get more details at veteransinc.org, or you can call the toll-free number 1-800-482-2565. You'll also find the link to Veterans Inc. in the show notes of this episode, where you'll also find the link to a playlist dedicated to our veterans. And you'll find all of the Mistress Carrie links as well. If you liked what you heard, don't forget to like, follow, share, comment, and subscribe to the Mistress Carrie podcast. New full-length episodes come out every Wednesday. Episode 262, featuring Keith Wallen from Breaking Benjamin, is available now. Plus, every weekday, you get the Sit Rep. The Situation Report gives you all your rock news, music headlines, and entertainment updates in about 5 minutes. Join me live every Tuesday night at 8:30 Eastern on my official Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, and YouTube channel for my weekly streaming video show, Cocktails in the War Room. And of course, you can always find me on the radio. Get the details on all of that and more at mistresscarrie.com. The Mistress Carrie Podcast, a proud member of the Pantheon Podcast Network.